Beautiful Proverbs. Oh, Lord. Life is a bowl of cherries. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. Live and learn. Live and let live. Look before you leap. Look on the bright side. Love conquers all. Love is blind. Love makes the world go round. Love sees no fault. Love will find a way, make hay while the sun shines. Man cannot live by bread alone. Many hands make light work. Marriage is a made in heaven. Mind your own business. Money isn't everything. Necessity is the mother of invention. Never judge from appearance. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Never say die. Never speak ill of the dead. Never too late to learn. Never too late to repent. No man can serve two masters. No man is indispensable. No news is good news. No pain, no gain. Nothing is certain but death and taxes. Nothing succeeds like success. Nothing venture, nothing gained. All happens die hard. Old soldiers never die. They simply fade away. One good turn deserves another. One man's loss is another man's gain. Opportunity seldom knocks twice. Out of sight, out of mind. Patience is a virtue. Penny wise, pound foolish. Practice makes perfect. Practice what you preach. Prevention is better than cure. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Rats desert a sinking ship. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Seeing is believing. Silence is golden. Something is better than nothing is better. Rod and spoil the child. Speak vain. You are spoken. Twist till waters run deep. Strike while the iron is hot. The sweet things are bad for the teeth. The best go first. The best of friends must part. The best things in life are free. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The burnt child rests the fire, the early bird catches the worm. The female of the species was more deadly than the male. The first step is the hardest. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. The last straw breaks the camel's back. The love of money is the root of all evil. The more one knows, the less one believes. The more you get, the more you want. The pot calls the kettle black. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. There are only 24 hours in a day. There are two sides to every question. There is a time and a place for everything. There is no honor among thieves. There is more than one way to skin a cat. There's safety in numbers. There's a black sheep in every flock. There's no fool like an old fool. There's no place like home. There's no smoke without fire. There's one law for the rich and another for the poor. They that dance must pay the fiddler. Things are not always what it seems. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Time cures all things. Time flies. It is a great healer. Time is money. To earth is human. Tomorrow is another day. Too many cooks spoil the broth. True love never grows old. Trust is the mother of deceit. Turn the other cheek. Two heads are better than one. Two is company. Three is a crowd. Two wrongs do not make the right. United we stand. Divided we fall. Variety is the spice of life. Virtue is its own reward. Walls have ears, best not, want not. What you don't know can't hurt you. When in doubt, do nothing. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When the cats are with the mice will play. Where there's no trust, there's no love. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. You can't please everyone. You can't take it with you when you die. You can't tell a book by its cover. You can't win them all. You can't have it both ways. You can have your cake and eat it, and don't get something for nothing. You win some, you lose some. Wow. Their way of truth and life. God's message to the world. Proverbs. Evidently, a proverb, a collection of the words that has been put forth and has become a common saying that elucidates some truth. Sayings about education. Knowledge is power. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Little drops make a mighty ocean. Rome wasn't built in a day. The way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Two heads are better than one. Opportunity only knocks once. Make hay while the sun shines. Back to the old grindstone. Another day, another dollar. Time is money. A penny saved is penny earned. There is no substitute for hard work. Kill two birds with one stone. All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. One must unstring the bow or else it will eventually snap. Love is blind, love is a rose. It is said one should have both eyes open before marriage and one eye shut after marriage. Sometimes love is in love. It takes two to tango. About fighting, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. It takes two to fight. There are two sides to every story. Words can cut like a knife. A soft answer turns up with wrath. Fighting never solves anything. Violence begins violence. Those who live in the sword, by the sword, die by the sword. Sings about life and death. You only live once. You can't take it with you. When you go, dying is easy. It's living that's hard. Life is pain, princess. Anyone who says otherwise is selling something. Life sucks, then you die. Two things are constant in this life: death and taxes. Idioms about cats. Cats have 9 lives. Cats got your tongue. Curiosity killed the cat. Let the cat out of the bag. There is more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to accomplish any given task. Dogs. Dog is man's best friend. Dogs are humans' best friends. Dogging one's tail, following one's trail. Living a dog's life, living a bad life. Top dog, underdog, and other dog metaphors. Sick as a dog. Sings about chickens. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't count on something to happen before it actually happens. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The meaning is both literal and figurative. It is literal since we wonder whether nature created the chicken first or the egg first. In science, we often face with a conundrum regarding a certain issue in science. Sayings about home. Man builds the house, but woman makes the home. Clean out the drain pipes while the weather is good. A smart home advisor always does this work before it is needed to be done. It's always better to be prepared as a home advisor than to do the work after the fact. A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. A closed mouth gathers no food. A committee is a cuddler sit down. Which ideas allure and when quietly strangling. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, a brave dies but once. A corporation is an ingenious device for obtaining individual profit without individual responsibility. A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything but the value of nothing. A day without orange juice is like the day without sunshine. A fool and his money are soon parted. A friend in need is a friend indeed. A friend to all is a friend to none. A good lawyer makes a bad neighbor. A house divided against itself cannot stand. A job worth doing is worth doing well. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A leader is a dealer in hope. A liberal is a man who's willing to spend someone else's money. A liar told often enough becomes the truth. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A merry heart doth good like a medicine. A man cannot serve 2 masters. A man that don't lie and nothing to say. A man who represents himself in court has a fool for a client. A man's got to know his limitation. A man got to do what man's got to do. A man's home is his castle. A minute on the lip, a lifetime in the heart. A new broom sweeps clean. A penny for your thoughts. A penny saved is penny earned. A picture worth 1,000 words. A prophet is never accepted in his own country. A radical is a man with both feet firmly planted in the air. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. A rose is a rose is a rose. A soft word turned up with wrath. A solid house for shifting sands. A solid law for shifting lawyers. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. A stitch in time saves 9. A stranger is just a friend you have never met. A thing of beauty is enjoyed forever. A washboard never boils. A wise head makes a closed mouth. A woman is like a tea bag only in hot water. Did you realize how strong she is? A woman's place is in the home. A woman's work is never done. A woman is wise. The word to the wise is sufficient. A workman is worthy of his hire. Absence makes the heart grow fond. Actions speak louder than words. Age before beauty. Age is strictly case of the mind over matter. If you don't mind, doesn't matter. All roads lead to Rome. All sins are attempts to fill voids. All that glitters is not gold. All the world's a stage. All things come to he who waits. All things in moderation. All things come work together for good. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All's fair in love and war, all's well that ends well. Always get a second opinion. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An army marches on his stomach. An elephant never forgets. An inch is as good as a mile. An injury is sooner forgotten than an insult. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Another day, another dollar. Any man who has children and dogs can't be all bad. Any sport in a storm, ape must not kill ape. April showers bring me flowers. Architecture is the art of how to waste space. Art and science are two sides of the same coin. As above, so below. As you, death. Vaheguru. As sure as death and taxes. As the teeth go, so goes the body. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Ask and you shall receive. Ask me no question, I'll tell you no lies. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Back to the old drawing board. Be careful what you wish for you might get it. Be careful who you step on while climbing the ladder of success. You're liable to meet them on the way down. Be sure your sins will find you out. Be thankful for what you have got. Be there or be square. Beauty in the brimstone makes beauty. Is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is only skin. Be to the blossom, moth to the flame, each to his passion. What's in the name? Being there is half the fun. Beggars can't be choosers. Better let than never. Better red than dead. Better safe than sword. He better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Beware of the to be healthy than wealthy. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Beware of Greeks wearing caves. Big brothers is watching. Big birds of the feather flock together. Black is beautiful. Blondes have more fun. Blood's thicker than water. Boys will be boys. Brevity is the soul of it. Broad is the path, but narrow is the way. Build a better mousetrap, and the world will be the battery of a doorstep. Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me. Business is business by the needles, which prick my thumbs. Something wicked this way comes. Candy is candy, dandy, but liquor is quicker. Cats always land on their feet. Chance favors the prepared mind. Change is good but for the soul. Character is what a man is in the dark. Charity begins at home. Cheaters never prosper. Children should be seen and not heard. Christmas comes out once a year. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Clothes but no cigar. Clothes make the man. Cold hands, warm heart. Comedy is not pretty. Common sense is not so common. Confession is good for the soul. Count your blessings. Cross that bridge when you come to it. Curiosity killed the cat. Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead. Dead men tell no tales. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Discretion is a better part of the well. Divide and conquer. Do not judge another until you have walked for 2 moons in his moccasins. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do unto others, but do it first. Don't ask of others what you yourself can do. Don't beat a dead horse. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't bet the rent on it. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't borrow trouble. Don't cast caution to the winds. Don't change horses in midstream. Don't confuse me with the facts. Don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Don't cry over split milk. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't eat yellow snow. NFT. Don't feed the bears. Don't forget your raincoat. Don't get caught with your pants down. Don't give up the ship. Don't go against the grain. Don't go off half-cocked. Don't go off the deep end. Don't grab the tiger by the tail. Don't kick a man when he's down. Don't kill the goose that lays a golden egg. Don't kill the messenger. Don't knock it till you have tried it. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Don't live in the fool's paradise. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Don't look back. Something might be gaining on you. Don't make a federal case out of it. Don't make a mountain out of molehill. Don't make promises you can't keep. Don't pick. Don't pick green fruit. Don't pour salt on the wound. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put the cart before the house. Don't quit your day job. Don't ride the fence. Don't rob Peter to pay Paul. Don't rub people the wrong way. Don't send a boy to do a man's job. Don't shoot till you see the witness of their eyes. Don't split into the wind. Don't split hairs. Don't try something. Don't start something you can't finish. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't take any wooden nickels. Don't take it lying down. Don't throw on to the baby with the bath water. Don't throw stones in the well you drink from. Don't toot your own horn. Don't tread on me. Don't trust anyone over 30. Don't worry about biting off more than you can chew. Your mouth is probably a whole lot bigger than you think. Don't yell fire in a crowded theater. Dreams die hard. Drowning. Men catch at straws. Dumb breeds dumb. Dying is easy. Comedy, that's hard. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. Easy come, easy go, easy does it. England and America are two countries separated by the same language. Every blood has silver lining. Every doubt has silver lining. Every dog has his day. Every little bit helps. Every man has his prize. Every time the bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Everybody likes a kidder, but nobody lends him money. Everybody talks about the weather, but no one does anything about it. Everybody wants to get into an act. Everybody got a racket. Everyone loves a clown. Everything is funny as long as it's happening to somebody else. Evil makes many forms. Excuses are the belly buttons. Exceptions are the rule. Expect a miracle every day. Expect the unexpected. Experience is the best teacher. Failure is no crime. Too low to aim is. Faint heart never won fair maiden. Fair is fair. Fake it till you make it. Fame is fleeting. Familiarity breeds contempt. Fashions may come and fashions may go, but good manners never go out of style. Fast cars, faster woman. Fate is the hunter. Father knows best. Fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Feed a cold staff of fever, not true, by the way. Figmo. It's an armed services thing. Finders keeper, losers weepers. First come, first serve. First impressions are the strongest. First things first. Fish in the gas posting in 3 days. Follow the drinking ground. God. Follow the money, follow your dreams, follow the heart, follow the yellow brick road. Fools rushing where the angels fear to trade. Force begets force without judgments, falls of its own weight. Forgive your enemies, but don't forget your names. Form follow function, fortune favors the brave, frailty die. Name is woman, friends, don't let friends drive drunk. For from each according to his ability and each according to his needs, garbage in, garbage out. Gas, grass, and or ass, nobody rides for free. Get alive, get real, get the laid out. Get this behind me, Satan. Get with the program. Get your kicks on Route 66. Getting there is half the fun. Give me that old time religion. Girlfriend bring fun, wives bring happiness. Give a little, get a little. Give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Give them an inch and they'll make a mile. Give the devil his due. Go ahead, make the day. Go west, young man. Go where the money is. God created mankind. Smith and Weston made them equal. God guts and guns. God heals and the doctor takes the fee. God is on the side of those with the heaviest artillery. God watches over babies and trunks. God but not forgotten. Gone but not forgotten. Good enough for government work. Good fences make good neighbors. Good judgment comes from experience and a lot of that comes from judgment. Good things come in small packages. Good things when short or twice as good. Gravity sucks. Happiness walks on busy feet. Hard work never hurt nobody. His makes best give. Have a nice day. He's armed without, who's innocent within. He who calls the tune pays the piper. He who dies with the most toys wins. He who fights and runs away lives a fight to fight another day. Who hesitates is lost. He who hesitates is probably right. He who is to be a good ruler must first have ruled. When rule first have been ruled. He who laughs last laughs best. He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. He who smells dealt it. Hearts are not judged by how much we love, but how much we are loved by others. Hell had no fury like a woman scorned. Here today, gone tomorrow. He's got the only fish in the sea. Hindsight is 2020. History repeats itself. Hit them low and hit them hard. Wow. How the mighty have fallen. How long a minute, it depends on which side of the bathroom door you're on. Hope strengths eternal. Hope is the parent of faith. Honest is the best policy. Home, sweet home. Home is where the heart is. I call them as I see them. I came, I saw, I conquered. I have not yet begun to fight. I owe, so off to work I go. I shall return, I slept and dreamed that life was beauty. I woke and found that life was duty. I would rather by right than precedent. Idle hands are the devil's tools. Idle minds are the devil's workshop. If at first you don't succeed, the hell with it. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If attacked by a beard, play dead. If everything is coming your way, you're in the wrong lane. If God be for us, who can be against us? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it bleeds, at least. If it feels good, do it. If it ain't taxed, it's regulated. If it's regulated, it's about to be. If it's jam, force it. If it breaks, it needed replacing anyway. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it's too loud, you're too old. If looks could kill, if a man were meant to fly, he would have wings. If money goes before, all ways lie open. If the shoe fits, wear it. If this vans are rocking, don't come a-knocking. If thou would keep money, save money. If thou was reap money, sow money. If wishes were fishes, beggars would ride. If you can pinch and inch, you're fat. If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't dazzle with the brilliance, baffle with the bulls. If you can't find them, grind them. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't win for losing, you might as well quit. If you don't say it, they can't repeat it. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing is to stop digging. If you get to thinking you're a person of some influence, try ordering someone else's dog around. If you got to ask, you can't afford it. If you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. If you play with a hot piano, you'll get your fingers burned. If you talk to God, you're praying. If God talks to you, it's a schizophrenia. If you're gonna steal something, might as well be something bad. If you're gonna steal from the best. If you are riding head of the herd, take a look back now and then to make sure I'm still there. If youth knew, if age could, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignore alien transmission. I'll be back. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm rubber. You're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Image is everything. Imagination is more important than science. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Impropriety is the soul of the wit. In Christianity, when man sacrifices himself for all, in fascism, all men sacrifice themselves for one. In for penny, in for a pound. In order to get a loan, you must first prove you don't need it. Injustice always, anywhere, is a threat to justice everywhere. It's into each life a little rain must fall. Invention breeds invention. Iron bars do not a prison make. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It don't take a genius to spot a goat in a flock of sheep. It's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. It is better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. It's better to rule in hell than to serve in heaven. It's easier to fight for one's principle than to live up to them. It is what it is. It isn't the quarry that makes the hand nor the goal the game. It pays to advertise. It shouldn't happen to a dog. It takes a whole village to raise a child. It takes money to make money. It takes one to make no one. It takes two to tango. It's all come out in the wash. Is the doggy dog world, is the man world. It's nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. It's always darkest just before the dawn. It's better to ask dumb questions than to make dumb mistakes. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. It's good to be the king. It's more blessed to give than to receive. It's not nice to fool the masters. Mother Nature is not polite to stare. It's not the age, is the mileage. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. It's not the man in my life that matters, it's the life in my man. It's not the size of the man that counts in a fight, it's the size of the fight in a man. It's not what you know, it is who you know. It's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. It's the top of the building, that's where it's the furthest out of line. It's what you don't see that matters. Jack of all trades, master of none. Jesus, others yell, spells joy. Jesus saves joy and temperance and repose. Slam the doors on the doctor's nose. Judge not lest you be judged. Jump my chest and I'll do the rest. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you are not paranoid doesn't mean everybody's out to get you. Justice is blind. Justice shines in its own light. Keep the stiff upper lip. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Keep the faith. Keep on keeping on. Keep on thinking free. Keep on ticking. Trucking. Bumper. Keep the fires burning. Keep your eye on the bottom line. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your friends close and your enemies close. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your powder dry. Kill or be killed. Kill them with kindness. Kindness begets kindness. Knock and the doors shall be open unto you. Knowledge is power. Knowledge puffed up. Know thyself. Last hired, fast, first fired. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Law are like cobwebs, which way may catch small flies, but let wars and harness pass through. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Leave less three and leave it be. Less is more. Let a smile be your umbrella. Let bygones be bygones. Let China sleep for when she wakes, all the world will know it. Let God. Let he who is without the sin cast the first stone. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let the buyer beware. Let the chips fall where they may. Let the facts speak for themselves. Let tomorrow take care of itself. Let your conscience be your guide. Let's not and say we did. Letting the cat out of the bag is a whole lot easier than putting it back in. Liberty is just a legal right to corner us into doing what you want. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Life goes on. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is a bed of roses. Life's just a bowl of cherries. Lightning never strikes twice. Light shines through the hot glass. So are the days of our lives. Like live and learn, live and let live, live fast, die young, and you will leave a good looking corpse. Live for today. Live free to or die. Live long and prosper. Live simply so that others may simply live. Live to write, write to live. Living well is the best revenge. Little pictures have big ears. Location, location, location. Locks keep honest, honest people honest. Look before you leap. Look sharp, feel sharp. Loose lip, sink ships. Love conquers odd. Love hers. Love is a many splendid thing. Love is sublime. Love is the fleeting hub is in